You ever stop and wonder what really fuels the AI that's changing just about everything? It's data. And here's the thing. Right now, the way we get that data is, well, it's pretty broken. Today, we're going to look at AI Coach, a project with a really radical idea. What if we, the actual users, could build a better system from the ground up? Let's dive in. This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. I mean, we've all seen AI get things hilariously wrong, right? That's almost always a data problem. It's kind of like trying to build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation. It's just not going to work. And this isn't just some technical detail. It is the single biggest thing that decides whether AI actually helps us or just ends up creating a whole new set of problems. So let's talk about that. Where does all this super important data actually come from? Well, the answer reveals this massive hidden problem, a huge bottleneck that's seriously holding back the entire AI revolution. Okay, this slide pretty much lays out the whole broken system. It all starts with these expensive, totally mysterious black boxes that supply the data. Then, to get that data processed, they're often using low-wage gig workers who have absolutely no real stake in the quality of the outcome. And this creates a huge problem, right? Because then the companies using the data can't even trace where it came from, which opens them up to all sorts of legal and ethical nightmares. And the people doing the actual work, they get zero credit, no way to build a reputation. It's just a system that is failing everyone involved. This is exactly where AI Coach steps into the picture. And their goal isn't just to patch up the old system. Nope. They want to build a completely new one, right from the very beginning. An open, verifiable ecosystem that just completely replaces those black boxes and actually empowers the people who are training the AI. Their whole solution really rests on these three core ideas. First, every single contribution is signed and recorded on a public ledger. This creates this unbreakable chain of proof. Think of it like a permanent public receipt for every piece of data. Second, instead of just one person checking the work, they use the power of the whole community, what they call swarm intelligence, to make sure the quality is top-notch. And finally, the entire system is governed by its users through something called a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, which basically means the community, not some corporation, gets to make the rules. Okay, so what does this actually look like for an individual? This isn't just for data scientists or people at big tech companies. It's built on this idea of microtasks, really simple jobs that pretty much anyone can do to contribute and earn rewards. This diagram shows the whole engine in motion. It's basically a continuous loop. It all kicks off in the data market. You find a little microtask, like labeling a photo. Your work then gets checked by the community through that swarm intelligence process we just talked about. Once it's verified, boom, it becomes part of a high-quality dataset that companies can actually use. This creates this powerful cycle where human effort is constantly being turned into valuable, trustworthy AI data. So that whole complex system we just looked at, for you as a contributor, it really just boils down to these four simple steps. You find a task, you do the work, you get it verified by your peers, and you get paid in the platform's token, which is called $AIC. It's designed to be incredibly straightforward to get started. And we are not talking about complex coding jobs here. Seriously, we're talking about tasks as simple as answering, "Is there a car in this photo?" Or, "Hey, was this chatbot response helpful?" This is the kind of work that anyone can do, no matter what their technical background is. So the idea is fantastic, right? A decentralized network where everyone gets rewarded for what they put in. But let's be real for a second. Does it actually work? Well, let's just look at the numbers from their 2-week alpha test. In just 14 days, the community completed over 300,000 verified data annotations. That is a huge volume of high-quality data generated in an incredibly short amount of time. It really proves the model can deliver, even at scale. And get this, it wasn't just a handful of dedicated users doing all the work. Over 11,000 people signed up in those 2 weeks. That shows that the whole concept is really resonating with people, and they're eager to get involved. I mean, a system like this is absolutely nothing without its community, and these numbers show the community is definitely showing up. And here's maybe the most important part. Over $400,000 in AIC rewards were paid out directly to those contributors. This proves the whole economic loop actually works. Remember that problem of unrecognized labor we talked about at the beginning? Well, this is the solution. Real value was created, and it went straight back to the people who did the work. Now, that whole economic loop is powered by one thing, the AIC token. So to really get how the system works, we need to take a quick look at the token that acts as the fuel for this entire engine. The AIC token is so much more than just a reward. It's really the key that unlocks the entire ecosystem. You earn it for doing tasks, obviously, but you can also stake it to get access to better, higher paying tasks. You can use it to vote on the future of the platform, and developers can use it to commission brand new datasets. It truly is the lifeblood of the whole system. This chart just says it all. A massive 56% of all tokens are allocated directly to the community. This isn't some afterthought, it's a fundamental part of the design. Unlike traditional companies where all the value flows to a tiny group of insiders, this project is built from day one to reward its users. And this community-centric approach goes way beyond just tokens. The long-term vision here is to build a network that is completely owned and operated by the people who contribute to it. They call this the meritocratic stack. The best way to think of it is like a career path inside the network. Everyone starts out as a contributor. If you do good work consistently, you can level up to the community DAO, where you start helping with quality control and mentoring new users. And then the most trusted members can eventually reach the governance DAO, where they help steer the entire project. The key takeaway? Influence here is earned through contribution, not bought with money. And look, this is a long-term vision. The roadmap lays out this very deliberate, multi-year journey. It starts with building the community, then it launches the data network, and then, step by step, it hands over more and more control to that community, with the ultimate goal of becoming a fully autonomous global network by 2030. So what's the big idea here? What does it all boil down to? It's this simple, but really powerful phrase: train the community to train AI. It's a vision that puts people, not just algorithms, right at the heart of the AI revolution. And it leaves you with a question, right? Could this be the model that finally makes AI development fair, transparent, and open to absolutely everyone?